Hi folks, it's Wednesday the 8th, and we've been back in goat country for a couple days. We were going to do some deer hunting, but we've been encountering so many bears. Yesterday the count was up to 16 just in the immediate vicinity around our camp, not the ones that we were seeing way off in the distance. And a lot of them have been sows with cubs. One sow had 3 cubs. It's getting to be quite a problem. And also, weather call shows that tomorrow the weather is supposed to be 100% nasty. As much as I really want to stay out here, the bears are kind of becoming annoying, having to get up every hour of the night to yell at them. And nobody really wants to mess with inclement weather on Kodiak Island. So I think we're making the best call. All 3 of us got good billies and exceptional hunt, and we're going to get out of here. Real quick, I'm just going to go over some of the gear that we use. That's the first question everybody has, so I'll start going through this stuff. First thing, this I guess it's called the Snowscopic trekking pole from Petzl. It's got this handy little axe head on the top of it, so you can use it as a trekking pole, but then also, in case you need it, you can hook it in and climb. When we came up that crazy steep chute with Matt and Alex's goats in our packs, I was using this every other step just to hook and pull myself up another couple feet. So that was definitely value added. Next thing here, this rifle cover is made by Solo Hunter. It's sold on their website only, I believe. Got a lot of props about this from the bush pilots, so keeps our rifles nice and secure from most things, but it takes up like no room and it's super lightweight. So the bush pilots were pretty pleased with it. And it just pops off like this. I didn't take it up the mountain on this hunt, even though it's totally possible to strap it to your pack and take it with you. I didn't feel it was necessary on this hunt. As always, my firearm of choice for this hunt, my Alaska rifle, Savage 338 Win Mag, topped off with a Vortex Viper HS 2.5 to 10. It's got the ballistic dot compensator reticle in it. Once again, phenomenal performance. Hit exactly where I needed it to, and had the power to do what needed to be done. A little heavy for these types of hunts, but I'm not exactly a specialty goat hunter, so I don't have a specialty goat hunting gun yet. Maybe someday. And as usual, it was pushing the 225 grain Barnes triple shock at about 2,800 feet per second. Tipped triple shock, I don't know if I said that, but yeah. So, awesome weapon, awesome bullets. Boot spikes, absolutely essential. Actual crampons are probably an even better idea, but I didn't have those on hand. I had these. So have something. Get steel on your feet if you're up high. I was slipping around on this grass up there and it wasn't even wet. So if it gets freezing and gets wet, then you're really going to have issues. Get those on your feet and leave them there. Kafaru 20 degree slick bag. It's packed up in here right now because we got a bush plane en route. But I've never been so warm on one of these backcountry hunts ever with the cheaper bags that I've used in the past. I got great sleep, and that is very important. You get good sleep at night, you get up in the morning, you go after the animals quick. So that was essential to getting this hunt done. Headlamp. Don't skimp on the headlamp. I prefer these models that take batteries, like a battery pack in the back. This is kind of a cheaper model actually. I wish I had a better one, but this is better than some. I would definitely recommend not going with the little super lightweight, 1 AA battery deal. When you're trying to come down the side of a mountain at night with a goat, you really need to see what's going on. Or if you're, talking to these bears at midnight, you really want to be able to see what's going on. So, good headlamp. Keep it with you at all times because you never know when you're going to be out there longer than you thought. Go Light SL3 TP tent. This thing was great. Matt brought this on the hunt. This is it right here. You set this up with one of your trekking poles, and all 3 of us slept underneath this. It keeps the wind off of you, it keeps the precipitation off of you. And that's about all you need, especially if you got a good sleeping bag. So, even we were up there, it was definitely 2 and possibly below 20 degrees every night. The lakes were freezing up, everything, and we were pretty dang good underneath. Just this little thing that packs up to probably a pound and maybe a pound, and goes in your pack. So good stuff. Like this platypus bag, any type of bladder is going to get you by, but this one, this top comes off and it undoes like a Ziploc bag, so you have this huge mouth to fill up. Usually there's water, flowing water in this type of country that we're hunting, so we get that. However, we're always, you know, cognizant of Giardia and other types of disease, so I have this inline filter from Sawyer. I think it's like 20-25 bucks. Definitely worth it. You can either drink directly from the bag, like I do when I'm walking, or you can use this to push through and filter into other things that you have to hold water, so you have water on hand. But you know, incredibly lightweight. You're definitely not going to know that that's there. And once this thing is empty, it weighs nothing basically. The fish hunt fight gear binocular case. This is like the second or third hunt I've had this thing out. It's still performing phenomenally. Little pouches on the side, has like the lens wipe and my wind meter over here. Wind meter came in handy because it's quite windy up there in goat country. And then inside I've got my Vortex Talon 10x42 binos. Vortex optics, pretty much everything I ran on this hunt. I really wish I had the lightweight spot and scope that they have. They have like a 10 to 33 power or something like that spot and scope. I think that really would have filled the ticket for this hunt, but I didn't have one for it. But yeah, these Vortex optics, everything was clear. We were able to pick out nannies from Billy's, you know, with pretty good, you know, complete ease, honestly. And last but not least, the Kafaru EMR2 pack. I can't say enough about this thing. I don't know what that pack weighed coming out of there, but I would say it was definitely over 90 pounds, probably pushing 100 easy. I had literally no discomfort other than the extreme weight itself, you know, on my knees, and the shoulder that I've got, tore shoulder. I got to go into surgery, I think, next week to get fixed. So that's, you know, kind of acceptable pain in my mind. Other than that, it did great. Use these outside pockets that it has on here, and the tag bomb bags to put my boned out meat in there. So I had 2 pockets out here full of boned out meat. I only had to put 1 small bag of boned out meat inside the actual, you know, main compartment, and my whole goat hide went in there with my other spike camp gear. And then the rest was up to me just to physically move it from point A to point B. So that was great. I used the rifle carrying system as well. I kind of like it up front now, but while I was carrying the goat, I was able to switch that thing around and keep it back there on my back just so it was out of my way, because I was focused solely on walking at that point. But great gear. Great gear is needed to be up here, in all honesty, especially these items. You might be able to skimp other places, but don't do it there. Oh, and I almost forgot, Cryptek gear. This, I believe it's a Quillo jacket, so it's a lightweight puffy jacket, super warm, has a hood as well. Even if it was so cold in your bag, you could put this thing on and get in there. I did one night and I got so hot I had to take it off. I'm also wearing their, I don't know what this was called, but I know it's the Gen 2 version of these pants. It's like a lightweight pant. Has multiple pockets, tons of pockets I can get to just from the setting position. Pull out my rangefinder that I keep on my person at all times, because if you leave it in your pack, it'll almost certainly be in your pack when you need it. Got my ballistic calculator on this other side, my tags, wallet, everything else you might need, handkerchiefs, knife, Leatherman, all that good stuff is in here. And it's good to go. Knee pads actually go in here too. I didn't use them on this hunt. A couple times I kind of wish I had, but whatever. And the Highlander pattern. I don't think there's a better place to ever use Cryptek Highlander than Kodiak Island. The transitional pattern is so good here. Lowland deer hunting up to the high for the goats. You know, it's going to shift with you and helps you blend in best as possible in all those environments. So it, you know, huge shout out to them. So I hope everybody enjoyed the hunt as much as we did. We loved it. Last time I was here, I said I'd be back, and I came back, and we had, I believe this was even a better hunt than the bear hunt. In all honesty, this was pretty exciting, deep backcountry on our own. Came out with 3 nice billies, so can't downplay that at all. It was pretty awesome.